All right. Hello, good morning, good evening, and good night. I hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic because today we are doing our last and final video where we are going to be seeing how many shares and how much we need invested to earn $100, $500, $1,000, and $10,000 every single month from an investment. And today we have chosen IWMY, which is the Russell 2000 Enhanced Option Income Strategy ETF. And this is brought to you by one of our subscribers, Bernard Clemens. You've been subscribing on every single video. I want to give a shout out to you, man. He said, please do one on IWMY. And you know what? I'm like that. I'm liking my own comment. And I appreciate you, Bernard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a video dedicated to your stock of choice, which is IWMY. So what we're going to do in this video is I have all the charts up. I have a couple stocks that I want to compare it to. I want to compare it to ULTY because they have a relatively similar dividend yield and a relatively similar kind of track record when it comes to their share price charts. But I want to show you that although they do both have insanely high dividend yields, the dividend yield doesn't mean all that because stocks like Coney have even greater dividend yields and have performed much better than these two funds. But the majority of this video, we are going to be talking about how much we need exactly to invest to earn 100, 500,000. You know the drill with IMWY. So let's get into that nonetheless. But before we do, I want to say we're up to 4,839 subscribers, getting awfully close to the 5,000 subscriber marker. 305 subscribers the past 28 days. That's fantastic. We are blowing up right now, and I really appreciate all the love that you guys are giving. So let's get into this video. So what I've done here is for IMWY, their dividends are huge and they're all over the place. So what I want to show you here is these are the last dividends paid out. You see $1.25, $1.29, $1.07, $1.41. I have put them all into my calculator here. I'm going to add them all up and divide them by 6 because that's how many there are. So our average for this video is $1.19, we'll call it. So for the sake of this video, I'm going $1.19. That is going to be our last dividend. So that's the average for IMWY. But what we're going to do is we are going to take their dividend yield, their current dividend yield, and we are going to divide that and get our monthly income. So what we're going to do here is taking $100 every single month, and we are going to divide that by 1.02 times 12. This is going to give us our initial investment, which is going to give us $100 every single month. And that is looking at $1,176. So we're going to put that into our little spreadsheet right here. So we got 1176. Beautiful. So with $1,176, you'd be able to earn about $100 in monthly income from IMWY. Now what I want to do is I want to divide this by the current share price. And the share price I have listed here is $15.42. Is the exact same share price as it currently is right now. So we're going to do that. Divided by 15.42. Boom. 76 shares. That is exactly how much we'll need in order to earn $100 in current income. So what we're going to do now is move on to our $500 marker. So going to 500 here, we are going to put in 500 into the calculator divided by the dividend yield, which is 102%, multiplying that by 12, which is exactly how much we'll need. It is $5,882. So we are going to put that in right now. $5-882. Boom. And in terms of the share price, relative to the share price, we are going to now see how many shares we will need. What does that equate to in shares? It equates to roughly 381 shares. That is a decent amount of shares right there. 381. Now, as always, I kind of made a little bit of a different pattern here with our 100, 500,000, and $10,000. So with $100, you could take your girl to a very nice dinner. Girl, guy, whatever you're into. $500. You could rent a super nice car for an hour. Maybe a really not smart financial decision. But the thing is, when you're making about $500 every single month from your dividends, you're making $500 every single month from your dividends. You can do whatever you want. And although it's not a smart decision, do I recommend it? Probably not. Even though I don't give recommendations on this channel, you could do that if you really wanted to rent a Lamborghini or something. Next, we're going on to $1,000. What would $1,000 get you? $1,000 reinvested would actually get you 64 more shares of IWMY. 64 more shares, which almost translates close to $100 more in monthly income. So you could see even at this $1,000 marker how powerful the reinvestments are. And then $10,000, you're looking at probably a 1 week all-inclusive vacation for your family every single month. That is what $10,000 could potentially get you. Now, moving on, let's go to $1,000 here. Okay, so we got $1,000. I want to divide this by the dividend yield, of course, and we are going to multiply that by 12. Now, in order to receive $1,000 every single month, you only need $11,764. So I'm going to put that in right now. 11,764. Beautiful, beautiful. 764. Awesome. And then in terms of the amount of shares that we need, we are going to divide that by 1542. I said Dubai, not divide. 762 shares. So we're going to put that down. 762. And you can see here, obviously, that the share price is pretty close to ULTY, and so they do have very similar share counts, which is to be expected. They also have very similar dividend yields, which is also to be expected in terms of, when you're looking at how much you actually need in order to receive 100, 500, 1,000, and 10,000. But let's go to our final marker here, which is $10,000 in monthly income. And comment down below if you guys are still with me, what you guys would put if you guys had what you guys would buy if you guys had $10,000 in monthly income. Now, with $10,000 in monthly income, you could achieve this with $117,647. So we are going to put that down here as our last and final. $117 point. Got to go back here. 647. Beautiful. 647. Right on. And we are going to divide this number by our share price to see how many shares that is equated to. 7,629. When you see that, 7,629, it could be very intimidating to see this marker and think you're never going to achieve this. Like, this amount of shares is pretty much impossible. But you know what? Over time, it is totally achievable. Everything is achievable. And I always say this, as when you have more money in, you're compounding much faster. And so the 10,000 is potentially easier to get than maybe even the 1,000 or the 500 for you, because you constantly, if you're reinvesting your dividends, you are going to be growing that account by $1,000 every single month. If you have $11,000 in, you're growing that by $1,000 a month, providing that the share price stays the same. And you know what? For the majority of the stock price history of IWMY, it has not stayed the same. It's actually gone down. It's been very similar to ULTY. And I do think that 100% for a dividend yield is huge, and it's a little too huge. Sure, stocks like Coney, and the reason why I put it in this video is because it's up on its IPO. It's IPO'd at $20. It's $23.66. And it's been paying out 116% dividend. And you can see by the dividend yield, 116%, also by the dividends paid out, that it's been paying out some huge dividends. Like, we're talking dollar dividends here, and it is still up on its IPO. So Coney has actually done extremely well for a high paying dividend. But this was all I really wanted to show you guys in this video. I just wanted to show you how much exactly you'll need to earn $100, $500,000, and $10,000 in IWMY. And hopefully this opens your eyes. I'm not saying I recommend investing in IMWY or any of the Yieldmax funds or anything like that. All I'm showing you guys is how much income you'll be producing from relatively smaller amounts invested. But of course, you have to do your homework. You have to make sure these funds are right for you if you are looking to get into them. I currently own a few, and you guys will see more of that on this channel if you guys stick around. So please do remember to subscribe. We're up to 4,839 subscribers. Thank you guys for sticking around this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.